Fears continue, especially in those communities hit hardest by last week's flooding, like Warren, where Mayor Jim Fouts says that there was more than $1 billion in damages.
7 Action News reporter Kimberly Russell is live in Warren tonight, where she spoke to one family who fears even a small shower could cost them their house. Kim.
Yes, this is absolutely devastating news that more rain is on the way. As you see, this house on Engelman already has caution tape out around it, and you can see why if you take a look over here. The force of the floods we had last week actually caused the basement wall to collapse, and one man was inside when it happened.
We were trying to save some stuff, and then all of a sudden we both heard a big bang, and then we just didn't know what to do.
Josh Solmayer and his family are grateful he wasn't hurt, but now they're facing the reality. The flood didn't just damage their belongings, it left them homeless. We talked to them Sunday. The insurance company still isn't helping them.
They're just not calling us back in general because I guess we're not covered by it.
He says their insurance company originally told them they didn't need flood coverage because they weren't in a flood zone. Then a drainage pipe installed incorrectly next to their house couldn't handle the heavy rains. Warren Mayor James Fouts says he's getting call after call from people who are surprised to learn their insurance doesn't cover flooding in their basement, and it's not right.
And I'm urging the governor and the state to enact a new law that prohibits insurance companies from selling people insurance without having the basement as part of the home.
To prevent further problems, city workers today cleared flood debris and checked water basins to make sure they were clear for expected rains. Meantime, the Solmayer family can't afford all the work needed and fears if it doesn't get done soon, their house will be ruined.
If it gets any more wet or moist or whatever, it's just going to topple over, and then that'll be the end of our house. So we just need help.
And Mayor James Fouts says this is not the only home with this problem, that he is getting call after call after call. And folks, be glad you don't have smell-o-vision. I got to tell you, it smells like a porta potty in some areas of the city where these floods have just covered the areas with waste. It is a mess, and the mayor says it could turn into a huge public health disaster. Let's hope the rain doesn't hit too hard here. Reporting live in Warren, Kim Russell, 7 Action News. Jeff and Joanne.
Yeah, Kim, we're all bracing for more rain. Thank you very much.
Let's go now to 7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig. She is live in Dearborn, where people are also worried about possible flooding there tonight. Kim.
It's just such a mess all over the city of Dearborn, and they're really working hard to try and clean it up. I'm told about 8,000 homes here in Dearborn were hit by last week's flooding, and because so many homes were affected, resulting in curbside debris like this, it could be next week before it's all cleaned up, despite crews working 10-hour days, even Saturday and Sunday.
Yesterday, the garbage men came like they always do, and they picked up our gray cans with their claws, dumped them in the truck, and kept on driving. Everything else got left behind.
Susan could not figure out why city crews left this behind on garbage day, but here's why. The trucks that are needed to grab all that was ruined in flooded basements are not your regular garbage trucks. The city of Dearborn has hired a contractor in addition to city crews using these front-end loaders to pick up the piles and piles of what's now a bunch of contaminated junk.
What you see behind me right now is just the tip of the iceberg. We're going to end up with about 2,500 tons of garbage, about 500,000 pounds by the time we're done.
If you got sewage in your house, in your basement, make sure you're thorough about getting rid of it, because if you don't, it's going to be there. It's going to be a problem that's going to keep surfacing.
And the city of Dearborn wants property owners to know that they have until September 25th to file a claim with the city for any flood damage they experienced on August 11th. And you'll be reimbursed if it's proven that there was any failure with the city system. The form can be found on the City of Dearborn's website page, or you can pick it up in person.
Just a reasonable standard of try and get the best documentation you can. If you have receipts, of course, keep them. And then the cleanup process, because if you're hiring someone and you're doing it yourself and you're buying products, just track all that.
And here's what you can do with more rain on the way.
We have 11,000 catch basins. If you see water starting to pond in your street, please take a rake and try to pull it out of the way. And if you can't get at it, please call 943-2042 if you need assistance.
And tomorrow here in Dearborn is Wayne County's one-stop shop for flood recovery assistance. It's from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. in the Performing Arts Center on Michigan Avenue. You might have remembered seeing that the Performing Arts Center, I should say. It's just east of the police department on Michigan Avenue if you've driven that way. And everyone, I'm told, from the State Bureau of Insurance to the Red Cross and the Salvation Army will be there to help. And also, Joanne and Jeff, we're told that if anyone is physically unable, there may be some senior citizens or people who are just not very mobile, if they're having any problems cleaning out their basements, or hopefully they've actually started, or maybe some neighbors have helped, but if they're unable to do so or haven't gotten to it, they can actually go there or send somebody there in their place, let them know the situation they have in their basement. It still needs to be cleaned up, and I'm told that there will be volunteers that can help them do just that. Back to you.
All right, Kim, thank you so much for the live report tonight.
Well,
we're wishing everybody the best.
Yeah, you bet. But we know that rain is on its way.